It's 36 degrees. We're here in Hayes. We are ready to roll. Let's get out of here. All right, whether you live on a farm or not, you have to appreciate this, right? This is a John Deere Superstore. Look at that. Yeah, John Deere is a tractor and everybody loves them. We're just in the truck here now. We're heading over to McDonald's. And no, we didn't eat at the restaurant because we think we need some time going on today. We've had terrible luck with the EA chargers and them being out of commission. And so today we're just going to grab something that'll save us a half hour. We may need that in charging. Yesterday we drove 352 miles from Golden, Colorado. Today I'm not sure, but we'll have probably 500 if not more today. Let me look at the battery condition. We charged last night to 80%. And we're showing a state of charge of 81%. How about that? All that means is maybe the battery warmed up since we charged it. Couldn't tell you. We started with 80% and now we have 81%, and the GOM guessometer is predicting 147 miles at whatever charge rate, 81 here. I'll reset the trip meter for today. And yes, a Scottish breakfast in the morning. We're now eastbound of Hayes. Let's set up a destination. We're going to Charger in Salina. We set that up last night. It would be this one here, okay? There we go. Arrival percentage 26% like last night, which is good. And we'll set go.
Obey traffic laws. Be alert and use voice commands while driving. Continue 81 miles on I-17.
One of the things about the Salina EA, it's not anywhere near the interstate. It's south of Interstate 70. It's at a Casey's gas station. So we're going to get off the highway and drive for 3 or 4 miles and get to it. Let's have a look around. This is east of Hayes. Looks like west of Hayes or south of Hayes. I think it's all about the same out here. All right, let's have a look here. 127 miles of GOM range, 80 miles to go, and a temperature of 42 this morning. Until we get to that magic 50-some degrees here, then we won't get any real range here in the Ford Lightning. All right, we're down the road here. It's 74% on the guessometer. We got 31 miles to go, 43 in the battery, and we're tooling down the road at 75. Just coming down a hill. There's not too many hills here in Kansas, but on this hill, as you can see, there's tons and tons of wind power. Coming down the hill into the Salina area up here. Let's have a look around since we're here. We look over there, we've got the hill with wind generation. We got the road. Look over here. There you go. We're just about rolling into Salina here. 47 over, I can't read that here. Let's see, 6. And there's 29% in the battery. So we're doing well. All right, 2.5 miles to go to our exit. We're now on Ohio Street. Looks like the nav is telling us about 2 miles south here.
Electrify America, Casey's General Store, on the left.
I'm guessing they're showing all working. So
which one do you choose?
Let's do either one of the middle ones would be fine. I think that's right, yeah. Pull me up nice and close. All right, 43 guessometer miles and 27% in the battery. Not bad, did a good job. Clicking and clacking, yeah, initiating charge here. Yep, it sees me. Hasn't been our experience yesterday. Yesterday was one of the worst days of getting a charge here. Yep, I'll buy that for $1. This is excellent. All right. Wow, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. 166 kilowatts. Truck's supposed to take 150, but it's taking 16 more kilowatts, which only gets us down the road faster. Weather's awesome. It's almost 50 degrees here. And I think 50 to 55 is the magic temperature that we will see with the lightning. Will instantly show more range. All right, set our destination. We are going to the EA station in Topeka. Go to the big guy there, number 3. And we want to go. There's McPherson, EV, Wichita, nope, Topeka. I think that's it there. 99 miles. So we're going to Topeka. Looks like it's right at the end of our range. Looks like it's predicting 5% arrival. I think at this point we're at 65%. Charging has been excellent. However, it looks like our GOM here is not determined that it's warm enough yet. It's still showing 18 at 65%. That's right, we're gonna let it go all the way to 80% when it rolls off, and we'll be out of the way, on the way to Topeka. Here's what's called the range ring. Yeah, it gives us an idea of where it can go. It's inaccurate. The arrival percentage is shown here, and shows inside the ring, but considering speed, temperature, and other factors. Anyway, there you go, 8%. We're just about ready here. 88 kilowatts being charged, and it's 79%. It's pretty good. When it gets to 80, as you guys know, the power just drops off. We can get a view of both here. I can't see real well with the phone, all the reflections and the angle of the sun. All right, so you watch 80 and then it drops off like a rock. At this point, we should have plenty to get to the Topeka EA. So let's go ahead and stop and disconnect. It's $7.43. You can't beat the price for 32 minutes of charging here to 80%, 72 kilowatt hours. It's pretty good. The power here in Kansas is, I would consider, dirt cheap. All right. Unplug the big monster. And then you got to close this manually. And I think we're good. We need to hit the road. Yeah, it looks like the navigation now that we're started up has forgotten where we're going. So you have to go here and recents and Topeka. All right, I think we're good to roll out. All right, let's have a quick check here. 149 of guessometer range, over 105 of actual, and we're leaving at 79%. Yeah, you don't see this every day. This is a combine, big giant piece of machinery for pulling stuff out of the field. Let's have a look at our arrival percentage. 23%. I think we're good. Just driving along here and did a quick calculation to convert miles per kilowatt hour into kilowatt hours per mile. So we have a reference between my Tesla and here. When you take 1,000 and divide it by 1.4, you get 714 or 718 watt hours per mile. And the problem is I use that as a reference compared to my Tesla. Yeah, I think on my Model Y I get high 200s or low 300s. So This is probably two and a half times that in efficiency. All right, 124 over 83 miles to go, 67% in the battery. Let's have a look at our arrival percentage here. And it looks like 22. I think we're good to go. Just coming up to Fort Riley. As we head east, this is Fort Riley. As you know, it's the home of the Big Red One. Let's have a look around here in the Flint Hills. Alright, let's do a range check here. 37 over 5 miles to go, 23% in the battery. We have a look at the nav here, 2.5 miles to our off-ramp. And look at that, 19% on arrival. We're good. Look out, Topeka, here we come. And do the, oh, I screwed you up. Go all the way around and come in on this one right here on the end. All right, apparently this is the only one available of high power. The rest of them are all turned down to 50 kilowatts. So let's give this a whirl. We'll get the app going. All right, hold your breath. Click, yeah. All right, well, so far so good. Let's continue. All right, now, $64 question. Well, I'm not going to complain. It's over 100. Just for fun, let's have a look at some of these other chargers. On the way up, we came over here. Oh, look, charger unavailable. Doesn't work now today. Let's look at this one. Oh, look, charger unavailable. All right, let's have a look at this one here now. This one's really unavailable. One working one out of 4. How nice. We don't know how lucky we are. This is the only functioning charger here in Topeka with Electrify America. The rest of them are unavailable. There's 2 unavailable and 1 with lights out. So I gotta say that we were lucky today. It's over 100 kilowatts, so let's hope it lasts. We're just sitting here and charging and discussing the nav here. And this is the best I can tell. With 25 more minutes of charging, we will arrive in Peculiar, Missouri, over here, right outside of the ring, at 16%. That's how I read this. Maybe wrong, but I think that's what that means. We've got more charging to do. We're going to meet a buddy of ours here that lives in town for lunch, and we should be hopefully charged by then, and will be a good day. Yeah, Rivian just drove up. Sorry, but pretty sure that he's not going to get a charge anywhere anytime soon until we're done here. None of the rest of them are functioning. We've just left the Electrify America here in Topeka and met 2 very nice people, Tracy and Jeff, in their Rivian pickup truck, R1T. With only the one charger, they grabbed it up after we left. So we're heading over now to meet our other buddy here in Topeka. We're just leaving the restaurant here with Doug and Maryland, and look who's here. It's Maryland.
Hi.
And we're headed over to Doug's place of business, and it should be cool. And Doug and Lee are over in that little white car, and we're here with Maryland. So heading that way. We just checked out Doug's place of business here. It's awesome. Yeah. All right, well, we're headed to Peculiar, Missouri. We're back on Interstate 70, heading out of Topeka. And we're leaving the house or the town of 67% in the battery, 123 miles of guessometer range. And let's check the nav here. It's nowhere to be found. All right. And we're headed to the town of Peculiar right here. 67 miles. There we go. 21% on arrival. It's cool.
Obey traffic laws, be alert and use voice commands while driving. In 1 mile, keep left to I-70.
There you go. We are on the Kansas Turnpike. Yeah, check it out. And we got on back there in Topeka, and we get to pay up when we arrive where we get off. I'm not sure where that is, but the road is nice for sure. We're going to get off in Lawrence, Kansas, and then head south. We're here on Highway 10, and 106 in the guessometer, 64 to go, and 58 in the battery. Let's have a look at the arrival percentage. Yeah, the arrival percentage is 23%. I think we're in good shape here. The wind is kicked up here, but we don't care. It's coming from our right. We're still on Kansas 10 here, headed towards Kansas City. And up here, I think we'll end up making a right turn and head to the south. We're off the highway now on surface streets, working our way to Peculiar. It's a nice day. Dang, what's the temperature? 73 degrees. 73. Wow, that beats 1 or 2. In today's video, we had another halfway decent trip. We left Hays and went on to Peculiar, Missouri today. We stopped and visited with our friend. We had lunch with Doug and his wife, Marilyn, and that was nice. We got to see where he works. It's a new building for him, so that was cool. So let's talk about the trip today. As you know, I charged up in Hays last night late to 80%, I think it was. Maybe it was, it was 80%. And we started out, and we actually started out with 81%. Go figure. I suspect it was warmer than expected, and so the GOM decided to increase the available percentage or something. I'm not sure how the Ford Lightning GOM works, but I could only guess. So anyway, we took off down Interstate 70 to the east. 100 miles later, we rolled into Salina. The EA charger is at a KC gas station here, as you know. It is south of the interstate by a couple miles. It's a very nice place. The chargers all appeared to be working. I did not check them. I rolled up to one of the 350s. We plugged in, got 166 kilowatts up until about 70%. Then it rolled off a little bit and then dropped in the toilet at 80%. Ford, if you're listening, come on now. You can give a little bit more power above 80% and then drop it after 90. I think that would be a really good software change. So we charged up at Casey's. The folks there at Casey's are nice. Restrooms are nice. It's a nice stop. Headed north, got back on 70 and headed down the road. The next stop, of course, is Topeka. We went and charged up in the Walmart parking lot. Now, this is where it gets interesting. We rolled up, not counting our trip out a week ago, and they only had one functional charger. Yes, one. Everything else was offline. And it was the one with the Chatamo output, 150. Well, at this stage, I'll take 150 all day. And fortunately, we were able to get a charge, fortunately, with only the single working supercharger or the DC fast charger. Anyway, so we were there. We were just about done. Had enough to get to our destination in Peculiar, Missouri. and Rivian showed up. Real nice folks. They went to charge on one of the dead ones, and I got out and we started talking. Very nice. There's Tracy and Jeff. They were coming from Wichita and had to get to Wichita. And without a charger for them, they were scrambling around trying to figure out where they were going to charge in Topeka to get back to Wichita. So anyway, we could have charged a little more, but we stopped and we rigged them up and got them charging as well. So I hope those guys had a safe trip back to Wichita. So we went ahead and had lunch with our buddy Doug in Maryland, saw his new building, and then headed on to Peculiar. We arrived with a reasonable amount of energy left in the battery. And I will say that the guess-o-meter or GOM in the Ford is pretty good. It guesstimates pretty well. I suspect it uses some of that 131 kilowatt hour battery as a magic buffer to ensure that the customer has a decent experience. It's generally pretty right on. So all in all, it went okay. All right, so that was 2 legs now in the Lightning, and the biggest problem overall is the lousy charger maintenance on the EA chargers. I know EA can do better. I do not know why they're not trying to solve known problems and they let it sit week after week with nothing but an explanation that, oh, we've notified maintenance. Well, I got news for you. Maybe maintenance isn't even on the end of the email or the phone that when you talk to them and they're out messing around somewhere. That's what I would guess. Or it comes from the top and the top says, hey, wait a minute now. We don't want to be too proactive to try to keep these chargers going. I don't know what the problem is, but it's a rough one. Anyway, I'm going to be in Kansas City for a couple nights here, in Peculiar in particular, and I'll be leaving out Tuesday morning for Nashville. That'll be another leg in the Lightning. If you like today's video, go ahead and give me a like, and if you would, please subscribe, because you certainly don't want to miss any of the upcoming Lightning adventures and charging down the road. Thanks for watching. I'll look for you again, and take care.